This is the Holy Shekel Crypto Gematria Torah Code Scan for Tuesday, July 14th, 2026, which is Yom Shlishi, third day of the week, 29th day of Tammuz. It's the last day of Tammuz, 5786, and it's the day of the passing of Rashi, the great commentator on all of the Torah, the whole Bible, the whole Tanakh, the whole Hebrew Bible, and the Talmud, and great sage and commentator, medieval sage and commentator. He passed away on this Hebrew date, and I don't know if I forget the year. Yeah, I better not guess. Okay, Devarim is the Parshat, and it's Daf Yomi is Chullin 75. And today, the Holy Shekel Crypto Gematria Torah Code Scan went to the euro. As far as the price for Ethereum goes, Ethereum is the coin of Tuesday. A very simple way to remember that, and this is how it got to be that, is that in English Gematria, which is a cipher that I use a lot, it's very simple. It's A through Z is 1 through 26. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up until the end, Z 26. And all kinds of amazing results happen with that. So many things I could say off the top of my head. I can give a few. In that cipher, the word why, as in the question, why, what is the reason, why, equals because. They're both 56. WHY equals BECAUSE. The word key equals lock. The word buy equals sell. Many, many other examples that I could say, but for time will not. So we see that there are correlations between relationships of words at their mathematical level using the simple English Gematria cipher. And if you use that cipher, the word Ethereum has a numerical value of 95, and the word Tuesday has a numerical value of 95 as well. So that's how you can remember that Ethereum is Tuesday. And the way the system goes for now is that there's three currencies that come up every day as far as whatever the coin is priced. And it's USD, US dollars, NIS, New Israeli Shekel, and the Euro. Those three. And so then once those three prices for the coin at that day are determined, and what I don't use any exchange. I know the prices are slightly different on different exchanges, but I just use you just search in the regular internet. You're not using any exchange. You just type it in, whatever comes up. So that's what I get, and it's Israel Standard Time, because I live in Jerusalem, Israel. And whatever time it is, whatever price it is, those three prices, the USD, the Shekel, and the Euro, I'll have the choice of three different numbers. And those three numbers, one of them will sort of pick up, on the scan, will pick up words in the Torah. The Torah is written like a string of digits. There are words, of course, but my program is that it's each word is gematriatized, which each word is given its numerical value. So you see the whole Torah just like a string of digits, and you can read them forward and backward, and you can read even parts of a number within other numbers. For example, if there's a group of words, for example, today the words were, okay, before I start that, I'll just say if there's a group of words and their numerical values are each one on top of each other, next to each other, even if they're not those actual numbers, but if you can put one next to each other, not scramble them. I thought about doing that, but I thought that's maybe too, the Hebrew word is hefker. It's too loose, it's too easy. And then it doesn't have any structure. It has to have some rigidity to it. It has to have some law. So right for now, the law is it can be written forwards or backwards, but it has to be in order. So the Torah is big enough so that I think there's enough combinations with all the different numbers that you can find if you look enough. But that's the thing, you have to look enough and you have to look fast because there's a limited time for this. Even this report has only 15 minutes. So basically, I'll see whichever number finds a group of words fast enough, and that's the coin that will get it. I used to do all three, that's too much. So I just do one of them, and whichever one gets it. And I say the USD price, I say the Shekel price, I say the Euro price. I keep saying in my head, I keep looking, scanning down, looking at the numbers, and I find one thing, whatever comes up, that gets it. So today the Euro got it. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm trying to feel if there's some kind of an energy of these currencies, like does the Euro, does it have any implications? I want to see a pattern. If I'm getting the Euro for 3 days in a row, or if I get to say the Shekel for 5 days in a row, or if I get whatever USD only once in a while, or if I get the USD for 10 days in a row, is there something about these currencies that are inclined to pick up on the words? That's what this is very new, so it's still, the patterns are still being established. It started just last 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. June 29th was the first day, I think. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now where are we holding? Yeah. So Ethereum price today. I can just say the prices, but I'll tell you which one actually got it. The prices for USD was $1,860.32. The price for the new Israeli shekel was $5,617.31 agorot, and the euro is 16.32.16. Now the first two prices I checked at 4.55, but then the next one was close enough, but then I checked it again because I was hoping it would get closer. You can check it again until it gets close enough. Because what happened was I found a group of words, but the dollar was slightly higher than the words in the Bible. So what I did was I said, let's chance it and see. It's probably going to go up. So I waited a few minutes. I clicked it again. Maybe not a few minutes, a few moments really. I kept clicking it. And it did go up enough to get it to the exact number. But it was off by 1 penny, by 1 cent. So here it is. The price for Euro, for Ethereum, for Tuesday, July 14th of 2026, and the 29th day of Tammuz, 5786, is €1,632.16. Now the words in the Bible come from this Torah portion. That's where I first start. In the weekly Torah portion, if I don't find it, then I go, outside of the Torah portion, but close to it, and go throughout the whole Torah itself, the 5 books of Moses, and then expand to the prophets, and then further into any body of data. But it's basically just the Torah code for now. So the words in this week's Parsha, this is Parshat Devarim. It's the first Parsha of the book of Deuteronomy. And it's in Deuteronomy chapter 2, verse 12. And the verse is this. Uveseir yashvu hecharim lefanim, uvnei Esav yorashum v'yashmidum mipneihem v'yoshvu tachtam kasher asa Yisrael la'eretz Yerushato asher natan Adonai lahem. And in English that is, and the Horites formerly dwelt in Seir, and the children of Esau were driving them out, and they exterminated them before them and dwelt in their stead, just as the Israelites did to the land of their inheritance, which the Lord gave them. So these are the words. The words Yisrael la'eretz Yerushato. Okay? Those words, and remember I explained there's a unique setting, a unique permission, what do you want to call it, type of coding that can be used for this. Okay, Gematria is the regular Gematria. Yisrael is 541, La'eretz is 321, and Yerushato is 916. But what you can do is you see it as a string of digits, and if that price is in there, even though it's a combination, it's sort of a combination of all the numbers, that's fine too. So the numbers have to be right. They have to be read forwards or backwards, not scrambled. But you can read them, you can push the words together to form different numbers. That's allowed. So if you see like 916, that would be 16, right? La'aretz is 321, but there's a 32. You see that 32 there? And then Yisrael is 541, but if you read, okay, then it's 321, then 5. You